Hello and welcome to Crypto Weeklies. In this video, we are going to analyze Ethereum and its token ETH. We'll be conducting machine learning based price forecast, ETH BTC pair analysis, retirement related model, accumulation strategies, and estimated bull run target. None of the content is financial advice. As you might have known, over the last certain key performance period, Ethereum has lagged the wider crypto market in terms of gains. You can see over the last 24 hours, some of the cryptos have rallied by 13%, whereas ETH is up by 2.5%. Over the last 7 days, the performance is at about 9.5%. Over the last 30 days, ETH is over here at around 44%. Over the last 90 days, up by about 73%. But again, has lagged most of the cryptos by market if you sort them by market cap. In terms of the current price action for ETH, right now price trying to attempt to reach this 4k level, market cap about 472,000 billion, volume of about 65 billion, about more than 10-15% of its market cap. Tokenomics has circulating supply has been constant at around 120 million, does not have a max supply but has a deflationary tokenomics in as the usage kicks in high gear, the token usually get burned. And this is not the first time we have talked about ETH in this on this channel. We have made several videos over the course of the bear market as well as the recovery. Here you can see not just ETH BTC forecast as well as retirement related and comparison related videos with respect to top altcoins as well. So if you like to stay updated on this machine learning based price forecast and retirement related journey, please subscribe. Also give this video a like. Now we'll spend some time on the technical analysis. This is the ETH USD pair, and then we have also forecast based on ETH BTC pair. So you can see that in the last bull market, when the one before 2021, that is in 2017, the all-time high was at around $1,200. The low was at around $91. From that, if we retraced to the 4.2 Fibonacci level, the estimation for the next bull run peak was at around $4,900, and in the next bull market we reached about $4,862, somewhere between 3.618 fib and 4.2 fib level. So if we were to extrapolate the current market cycle, where the price action kind of bottomed at around $882 from the highs of about $4,800. If we extrapolate this and say that with respect to the diminishing return, reaching that 4.2 fib level would be harder, but the 3.618 and 2.618 and 1.618 fib levels are still within the reach. If we look at ETH, it has been making multiple market cycle based highs from 2017, then again back in 2018, topped at around again early January of 2018. That was the bull run peak. Then again in 2021, again potentially now in 2025 as well. The 1.618 level for ETH and forecast in that environment is at around $7,300, which is a conservative estimate looking at the last bull run. Moderate target for ETH is at around $11,300, which represents 2.618 level, and some of the higher end of the forecast at around $15,300, that represents 3.618 fib level. So this is just technical analysis based estimation. In terms of the ETH BTC pair, you can see that in the last bull run, from this highs of about that is in 2017 of about 0.15 till about the lows of about 1/10 of that level, ETH did make in the next market cycle at around 0.5 fib level, which is this green line over here. That was the peak on ETH BTC pair in the 2021 market cycle. Maybe I should draw it a bit more clearly for you to see over here. This is 2017-2018 market cycle. The drawdowns where in terms of fib levels, the 0.5 fib level represented 0.087, and in the next market cycle the 0.0822 was the peak for ETH. Right now the ETH BTC pair is below 0.04. If it were to catch up to the 0.5 fib level once again, like it did in the last bull run of 2021. That 0.5 fib level is looking at around price at around, in terms of the valuation, I'll just get rid of this so you can see it better, at around 0.06 BTC per ETH, and that would represent about, in terms of the percentage gain from the current valuation, about 50% gain over BTC. So in the way to interpret this, if BTC were to go 2x from this current price, USD price, ETH would go 3x from the current price. And if the price for BTC USD over here, forecast for BTC USD on our 3 composite risk based valuation is coming in at around roughly at around 200k. Right now the price is at around 103k. That represents a reward of about roughly 2x. So 3x of Ether's current price at roughly at around 4k, 3x from that would be at around 12k. So this is just a technical analysis based estimation. Now we'll go to the machine learning based forecast for ETH. This is the 1 standard deviation case forecasted by our machine learning model at weekly level. Tabular valuations are also available over here. The 1 standard deviation is this 68%, 2 standard deviation is 95%, 3 standard deviation is 99.7%. Starting with the bull case at around 1 standard deviation or 68%, this yellow line represents a forecast for this model between 4k and about 6.3k between now and middle of May of 2025. We look only 6 months into the future. In terms of the euphoria case or 2 standard deviation orange case, at 95 percentile, bull case is at around between $4,300 and $9,000. This is again not financial advice. We use machine learning model. This is not some prompt engineered AI based forecast. This is in-house made machine learning models. In the parabolic case for ETH, at when and if ETH reaches its 3 standard deviation euphoria or parabolic blow off top, the forecast in that environment is between $4,600 and $12,900. Roughly speaking, close to that 12k target, based on the Fibonacci levels on ETH BTC pair as well as on ETH USD pair, somewhere between this 2.618 and 3.618, between those fib levels. Now that we have established ETH USD based forecast, we'll briefly look at the ETH BTC pair before we go any further. Again, this is the ETH BTC pair. This is again, now we can ignore the bear case for this one. Again, that now we are approaching the post halving year from the current level, the 0.04 till about 0.56 becomes the most likely scenario in a 1 standard deviation bull case for this pair. The 2 standard deviation bull case, again, that would be imagining that ETH not only rallies against its USD pair but blows past Bitcoin in post halving year. Again, that is kind of a lofty goal, considering ETH did bleed a lot in the in the bear market as well as recovery year as well as the halving year against BTC. So that is between 0.04 and 0.0828. 0.828 would be close to the previous all-time high that ETH made on its BTC pair. If ETH has a new all-time high on its BTC pair in store, or again visits the previous all-time high on its BTC pair, then the forecast for ETH in that environment would be we can go back, and instead of 50% gain, it would be at around 200% gain. So if for example, if BTC were to go to 2x, ETH would go to higher than 4x, and higher than 4x at this point in time represents a USD valuation of about $16,000. So this is again one way to interpret if ETH does have a parabolic rally on Bitcoin as well. So that is what is potentially in store. Again, not financial advice. Looking at briefly at the retirement related model, at 30% rallies during the non-bear market year and 30% drawdown during the bear market year, the price of ETH in 2025 forecasted at around $8,000, which is a bull case, not a uber bull case, but again a bull case, just assuming that's where the starting point is. In 2040 the price could be at around $35,000. You can see year by year at around 2030 the price at around 8.5K. This is very conservative models. Again at 45% compound annual growth rate, and with 40% drawdowns in the bear market, that leaves ETH's price somewhere between 10K and 80K. That's a wider range, and you can see during around that 2030 milestone, price could be well above 11K per this model. And the number of ETH needed to be millionaires are also established on these columns to the right at each scenario. Again, we are exhibiting a kind of a euphoria rally in the wider crypto market. So these kind of long running models helps tune out some of the noise in such a environment. Again, one beauty of this is you can also look at them in a pictorial format to understand what could be, let's say, this 30% or this green line, how it looks like in 2029, the 2033, which are some of the post-halving year-based blow-off tops in 2037 at 30K, in 2040 at around 35K. The Uber bull case at around 29 to 2029 at around 20K, 2033 at around 35K, 2037 at around 62K, and 2040 at around 79K. So this is one way to interpret the wider or the long running price targets for assets. This polynomial regression based analysis is pointing that still ETH is still undervalued on its polynomial regression based analysis, and it has some catching up to do. If it were to go to not even a blow off top, but let's say a one standard deviation residual applied to the polynomial regression function, which is again in the mid of a bull rally, it's not too uncommon to go to these levels. That level at one standard deviation ceiling for ETH is coming in at around $6,900 at this point in time. So a $6,900 ETH would be considered as overvalued as ETH was back in March, when the price was at around 3,400K. Sorry, $3,400. In terms of the two standard deviation or blow off top related forecast, that's when major tops occur for ETH. That price is currently coming in at around $11,100. If ETH, let's say, takes about 6 to 8 more months to reach that peak, that peak could have let's say grown to about 15K from the current prices. Again, you can see back in March the prices of two standard deviation blow off top was at around $5,500. It grew by about 5,000K over the course of 8 to 9 months, and in this next 6 months it could grow from 11K to about 15K. So that's the two standard deviation forecasted regression based overvaluation phase for or blow off top for ETH. The SMA model, the DCA model, and the TAWAP model help understand the accumulation risk levels and reward for ETH. Right now the SMA model says 62% risk for ETH. Again, the best time was when this risk levels were between 0 and 0.1 in this plum or blue color, not too long ago, at around 18% risk in September, price at around $2,200-$2,300. The DCA model, opposite of this is PTC. For ETH, the DCA model establishes this, again, a similar trend when the risk levels are in blue color or this plum color. That was the best time to DCA per the model. Right now the risk is still under 30%. So during the blow off top, the risk levels go beyond this. Again, at least in this green zone, you can see back in March of 2024 at around 63% risk. Now we are less than half of that risk, even though the price is very close to the March 2024 price. That is because the regression function has an upward slope, and per this model overvalued ETH looks at around $10,500 at this point in time. And again, all of this chart and content available for free. You don't have to pay or sign up or watch any ads. The link is on the bottom of your screen, cryptoweeklies.com, and the charts get updated every single day. The time weighted average price based analysis pointing to a risk at about 60. I'll get rid of this line for a moment. At around 70%. Again, we are not in the blow off top phase. That's when the risk color code changes in orange or red territory, but we are coming close to that territory per this analysis. Again, that's why we like to make a composite analysis of all the three models. Regression risks at 27%, time weighted average price risk 70%, SMA risk at 60%, weighted risk is at around 47%, representing a risk reward based peak for ETH at around 8k. It's a very conservative estimate, and representing a reward more than 2x from the current price. With this, I'd like to conclude the video. Hope you enjoyed the content. If you did, please subscribe and give this video a like, and hope to see you again tomorrow. Thank you and have a nice day. Bye bye.